Alright guys, today's video is going to be on Quantum Solenoid's newest product, which is the Quantum Track Edition. So before I get started on this, I want to give a special thank you to Berlin for helping me get access to this product, as well as Tommy and Young from QS that were willing and able to help me get this product. So I'm super thankful for that, and then we're going to get right into it. The Quantum Solenoid is something that you install in your Prius. They also make them for other hybrid cars that essentially makes the car faster. So there's not many ways to make the Prius fast, as it's not a very fast car in general, but there's a dramatic improvement when you install these solenoids. So they make a QS1, a QS2, and the QS track. So in that order, the valve timing profiles are more aggressive to make the car more faster. Now the only downside to the faster that you can go is going to be the loss of MPGs, so just keep that in mind when you're going to choose which product is best for you. On the car currently I have the QS1. I installed that a while back when I first got the car, and that's going to be swapped out with this QS track. So here's what the product looks like. It still has the plastic wrapping on that we're going to take off before we install it, obviously, but this install is super easy. Anyone can do this, in my opinion. All you need for tools is a 10mm wrench. And along with making your car faster, this product is also going to improve the throttle response a ton, and then it's going to make the transitions for the engine start stop a lot smoother. It is also recommended that you do an oil change at the same time you install this product. Now, if you've changed your oil recently, there's not really a need to do it, as is the case for me. Now, if you're coming up on an oil change or you're overdue, then you should definitely change the oil so that you can maximize the efficiency of this new product that you're about to install. So we're gonna have to kill power to the battery. So what we're gonna do for that is just open up this fuse box over here. It's not too hard. And we're gonna pull off this white cable to secure power to the car. Now that we got our power secured to the car, we're going to go ahead and pull off this engine cover so that we can access the solenoid, which is installed right back here. Taking off the engine cover is very easy. You just have these 3 rubber grommets that go on 3 studs on top of the engine, so they'll just pull straight up and then you can remove the cover. Now we have access to our solenoid. We are going to disconnect the connector for the solenoid. Then we're going to undo this 10mm bolt. This is the only bolt that you require a tool for. And then I'm going to get some napkins to put underneath this solenoid, because when you pull it out, a little bit of oil might drip out. So the napkins will catch that oil. We have the bolt and washer coming out here. So you're going to want to make sure that you don't drop this once you take it out. We have our napkin in place. And now you're just going to kind of twist and pull this out. See if I can get it with one hand. Alright, hang on a second. Alright, I had to use 2 hands because I haven't really been hitting the gym lately. But here is the solenoid. And then, just so you guys know, if you're doing this on a stock car, yours is going to look different because this is the Quantum 1 that I'm taking out. Quantum track is going in the same way the old one came out. Boom. And then you got this little O-ring in here, so you're gonna have to push a little bit to get that seated into place. And there we go. Line up this bracket with the hole. Reinstall the bolts, but the most important thing is not to over tighten this bolt. It's a super tiny bolt, so just make sure that it's snug. Once this bolt is tight, go ahead and reconnect this connector until you hear it click in place. Good to go. Go ahead and plug in the main power. Click. Now we are pretty much ready to prime the solenoid. The priming process is very simple. Basically, we just need the engine to kick on for its 30-second cycle so that the oil can run through the solenoid, and then we'll be able to check for check engine lights to make sure everything's working properly. Also, shout out to Berlin for getting me this VIP shift knob. We're gonna go ahead and start the car. You want to make sure all the accessories are off, so make sure there's no AC, you're not bumping the music, etc. And then if the engine is not kicking on, all you have to do is depress the throttle until the engine does kick on. So we got the engine running. Just a TPMS light, we don't care because we're running aftermarket wheels. And it looks like the engine is running perfectly fine. No check engine lights. Now you're gonna wanna come over here one more time and then just check if it's leaking any oil from the solenoid. And that's good to go. After you complete the priming process and there are no oil leaks, your install is pretty much done. So now you can throw the engine cover back on, you can go drive the car and enjoy it. The largest gains are going to be seen in the power mode. If you like to drive your car in eco mode, you need to stop because you're probably not even going to notice any changes in eco mode whatsoever. So power mode most obvious, normal mode some, eco nothing. So I've gotten a chance to put about 1,000 miles on this new QS-Track solenoid. I definitely noticed an improvement over the QS1, so a definite improvement over the stock solenoid. Now obviously I'm not going to be putting this thing on a dyno or anything to see what the actual power difference is, but it's definitely a lot smoother. You can definitely feel the power. The power delivery is a lot smoother. Now the times that this is going to be the most noticeable is freeway speeds. So whether you're merging up to the freeway speed, passing, swerving, whatever you need to do, this is when it really comes in handy. So definitely a good noticeable difference, and I'm really enjoying this solenoid a lot. So thank you again.